Da, da, da.
I am like God, and God like me. I am as large as God. He is as small as I. He cannot above me, nor I beneath him be. Salacious 17th century.
Nice light opening. How are you, folks? If you haven't seen Cape Fear with De Niro before, you know, he turned into a fucking retard. Excuse me. You got to see it. It's just fucking tremendous. I know the people go, the original one's even scarier. No, it is not. It's fucking great. Don't get me wrong. Robert Mitchum, who does a cameo in this one, but De Niro is, who would have guessed in New York? I think he's a half a fag. His dad was a big girl.
Yeah, the original one was shot here in Savannah.
Is that right? No kidding. I thought I saw him at the Ordinary Pub. So yeah, anyways, a little yapperini. Playoff baseball. How about the Tigers and the fucking Kansas City Royals moving on, knocking out the Astros and the Orioles? Oh, Orioles must be furious.
Yeah, Braves got knocked out too.
Braves get knocked out. Yeah, Mets, they blew one late, I guess, so that one's going to be the rubber game. Must be today, I'm guessing, right? And then you get football tonight. I don't know who in my big football pool. That's my idea of gambling at 62. But fucking, this is why people love this league. There's so much parity. The Buccaneers at the Falcons. It's a fucking pick 'em. They're both actually decent teams for the first month of the season. And that's the one I sweated over. Anyways, what do I know? What else did I have to tell you? Oh, yeah, I have AIDS. Let's get on with the show. I got to work out after here. I got to. Since I got home, I don't know what it is. I got home from Vegas. I've been eating like a fucking animal. When I was in, Salt Lake City, I didn't eat. I hardly ate anything the first 2 days in Dallas, and I felt like I felt like I'd lost 8 pounds in like 2 days. And then when I went to Salt Lake City, there was a Domino's in the parking lot of my hotel. I'm sure there are better pizzerias, but I can walk over and get it. Sorry. Don't even make the guy come over. I went and got it. And they tell you who makes your pizza, like on the app. It goes, I walk in, I go, hey, who the fuck's Carson? Everybody got quiet. I'm kidding. Yeah, don't.
Some Indian dude.
Exactly. Turban on a donkey. I said, who's Carson? Because I don't want McMahon, that hack, touching my pizza. Who's with me? You are correct, sir. And I got a medium, and I ate the whole thing, and I'd say about 28 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. Whole pizza. Didn't even burp. Didn't even shit for 5 days either, but I'm just saying I can't help it. That is my crack. That is my fentanyl. I just can't help it. Even Domino's, my wife laughs. That's the gross. I don't give a fuck. I said, how can you fuck up bread, cheese, and sauce? I mean, you can. It's not like I don't know the difference. I'm just saying, to me, there is no bad pizza. That's how much I like it. You know, I said to my wife, just like Dick, right? You feel that way about that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. She goes, what? I married you. Why you? All right, folks. Now that I've killed 5 minutes, it's Thursday. We try to keep it light until I do the story about the baby being eaten by rats. And I'm not kidding. Offensive interference, I call this story. Former President Trump blasted the Justice Department. I can't believe these fuckers are still doing this. The Justice Department Wednesday having disobeyed their own rule in favor of complete and total election interference after a key filing from special counsel Black Jack Smith. There he is, Castro himself. Special counsel Jack Smith's election case against Trump was unsealed with just weeks before Americans cast their ballots. U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia Judge Tanya Chutkan, she's a black judge, female. How do you think she's going to go? Tanya Chutkan unsealed Smith's 165-page filing Wednesday afternoon. The filing lays out his case and the alleged evidence that he intends to use in an eventual trial against Trump. Trump pleaded not guilty to all charges brought by Smith. What's this video of?
Just what Smith said.
Oh, yeah, this is what Jack Smith said like yesterday. Go ahead.
Quote, working with a team of private co-conspirators, the defendant, Mr. Trump, acted as a candidate when he pursued multiple criminal means to disrupt through fraud and deceit the government function by which votes are collected and counted, a function in which the defendant, as president, had no official role.
So he's saying he wasn't, technically he wasn't the president, so he doesn't have immunity. He was acting in a private situation. Anybody who votes Democrat, I mean, you're just for all this shit. You're for corruption. You want to live in it. Do you read it all? I can't even fucking. Anyhow, again, I'm yelling at the wrong people. You fuck, got no memory. But Trump blasted the Justice Department Wednesday evening. I think he did it on Truth Social. And I quote Mr. Trump. Where'd you get that one? That's fucking hilarious. He looks like the bully in Karate Kid or something. For 60 days, this is Trump talking, prior to an election, the Department of Injustice is supposed to absolutely, it says nothing, do nothing that would taint or interfere with a case. Trump posted in all capital letters to his Truth Social. They disobeyed their own rule in favor of complete and total election interference. They're not supposed to do any of that. They're not supposed, it's like he just said. I did nothing wrong. They did. They did, he continued.
You're out of order.
The former president further blasted Democrats, saying they are weaponizing the Justice Department against me, and they have been forever, because I know I am winning. What? Because they know, not I am winning, and they are desperate to prop up their failing candidate, Kamala douchebag Harris. I put that in for emphasis. Trump said the unsealing of the Smith filing, which he called the latest hit job, happened because his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, and I, in quotes, humiliated Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, during Tuesday's vice presidential debate.
You are correct, sir.
Did he ever? Boy, is he getting rave reviews. J.D. Vance. It's amazing. What's amazing is when America finally got to hear him I would say unfiltered in quotes, during that debate, all the people who've been saying horrible shit about him on MSNBC, CBS, NBC, ABC, all the usual suspects, they were all going, they couldn't help it. It was such a one-sided debate. They're like, he was more prepared and he was very professional. That's like blowing him coming from the far left. Do you know what I'm saying? They couldn't say anything really negative. Do you know how hard that is? I'm sure there was some out there if you look hard enough. But he's, they're like, and of course on the right, people like us are going, yeah, we knew that. The guy is super bright. Already people are going, he would make a great president, and he would. I mean, we still have a bench. We get him and DeSantis and, Strom Thurmond. I don't know why I always go with Strom. I just love the name. So can you imagine they're trying to do that right before the debate? You should be able to imagine that because they hate this country. They can't get us out of the way fast enough. I'm watching TV last night. The fuck with me and the wife watching. Anyhow, there was a commercial in Spanish for like Verizon. They can't get us out of the way enough. And by the way, I know I've told you this before. Watch the series about Aaron Hernandez on FX. It's really friggin' good. Israel irate. That's the headline. A senior Israeli security official has urged Israel to take decisive action against Iran's leadership, including Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Ali Khamenei, every time I hear that, sounds like Khamenei caught the tip of his dick in his zipper. What? Including Ali Khamenei, following the latest missile attack on Israel. They showered Israel like a couple hundred missiles. Let's not forget who started this shit. And I just heard someone on the radio say this, a military guy, said, they initiated it, and that means Israel has the right to destroy them completely. It's that simple. Fucking Biden's doing everything to stop, Bibi from destroy. I don't understand. What am I missing here? Why is the Democrats so in bed with? I don't get it. We at least with Dick Cheney and shit, it was fucking oil, and he was. I think they were with Israel. We should expect to. Who's calling me? Eye doctor. I can't see a message. Oh, it's not the eye doctor, it's mechanic. We should expect to strike government centers and possibly eliminate figures like Khomeini, the official told the Jerusalem Post on Tuesday, calling for a. Have you ever seen the funnies in the Jerusalem Post? Bunch of Arab kids getting. Calling for a targeted response that includes Iran's military infrastructure and aircraft. The call for direct action comes in the wake of a massive aerial assault on Tuesday night when Iran launched 180 ballistic missiles towards Israel.
Hates Jews.
180.
Hates Jews.
People actually had umbrellas out, prompting rocket sirens across the country and sending residents scrambling for shelter against the wind. While Israel air defense intercepted dozens of rockets, significant damage occurred, including a direct hit on a building in Tel Aviv and a school in Gadara, where I was an all-American, all-Israel, all-conference, all-Gaza. The senior security official emphasized that Israel's response must be strategic and swift. Well, it always is. They're the best military in the world, thanks to us. Now, people who hate Israel, I kind of see they're saying, and I actually said this to Manny Dwarman, again, the guy who owned the Comedy Cellar, because he was steeped in this, very brilliant about all the. And I said, why don't we let Israel's hands, we've been holding their hand, which drags us into this shit. But they need us for the fucking rockets. A lot of this equipment is ours. So that's why Americans get pissed off. According to the official Iran Supreme but I go, okay, but fucking we know they're our enemies, the sand monkeys. Let's melt them, and then we'll take care of Israel, and then we'll be back on top. Like America should be. According to the official Iran Supreme Leader is not only behind the recent attacks, but also seeking to further destabilize the region by pursuing nuclear capabilities. Right now they have a couple popsicle sticks with gas. Khomeini wants a conventional attack and is seeking backing from nuclear weapons. Israel must destroy Iran's nuclear sites now. That's what they want to do. They want to blow up and guess who's getting in the way? Or who said they shouldn't? Fuckface Biden. First of all, why are we asking him about anything? Guys, right now, he's got his underwear on backwards, yogurt all over his chest. The official also called for targeting Iran's economic infrastructure. In other words, wiping the fucking... And we've been talking about this forever. If you don't do it now, if you don't turn Iran into a parking lot now, you never fucking will. They gave you the perfect excuse. After neutralizing their nuclear capabilities, we must go after Iran's economy, which is $118 of fucking hummus, camel piss, and what? Baklava. I always think that's the headdress.
That's the balaclava.
But you're talking about food, right? Yeah. You see how I could confuse the I'm walking around with food on my head. That'll be a good word scramble. Anybody wants to take me on, by the way, you can't beat me. My fucking wife thinks I should be on TV. She'll fucking, the 4 or 5 words, I can do them in under a minute without looking at them. She reads them to me. It's really fucking creepy. Yet I can't get it up anymore. Listen. This will demonstrate that Iran cannot act with impunity. Boy, I don't know whoever said this, but...
those were some tough Jews.
Well put. Ooh. 8. What? Okay, what's first? Skankfest?
Yeah.
Oh, when I said, I get it. Dallas video clips. I meant yours. Doesn't matter. Skankfest. Dallas happened to be. We'll get to Dallas's. Look at that. It looks like she's nude, and that's her shrubbery. Doesn't it? God, let's leave it up. You guys, this is Skankfest. I'll repeat, it's a comedy festival. This year it was in Vegas. That's what I saw when I walked in to get my pass and all that shit. The important parts were organized, like getting your pass and shit, but the rest of it was so loose. If I didn't show up for the shows I was scheduled on, I don't think anybody would have cared. It was so good. I kind of liked it, I got to be honest. And I think the brains behind Skankfest, one of the, as far as promoting it, Luis Gomez, who's he's like an MMA guy and a comedian. I walk in, I see him in the ring. He's got a cowboy hat on and like eyeliner and wrestling. This is a comedy festival. But it was, I got to tell you, man, props to all the guys that pull this off and for having an old man like, they've asked me for years and I finally said, yeah. Okay, what else we got there?
Ass slapping right here.
Slapping? That's gross.
Guy with shorts.
Grab a slice if you need it, Sarah.
Let the man. Now here comes an asshole on an escalator to announce he's running for president. Oh, he grabs his cock. Pause 1 second. This is Dave Smith's live podcast. We did stand up, the people that were on the panel, we did stand up beforehand. I had the option of not doing it, but I was having such a good time. When I was young, I'd say yes to everything, but last 20 years, if it's anything extra, I'm like, fuck that. Let some young kid do it. Seriously, give them a chance. But I was having such a good time, and I was on heroin.
And I, Sam Tripoli, what a fucking racy guy. Come on, come around. This is a great show, working with Jews. Really. My liberal friends in New York go, Nick, why are you so convinced that Jews run Hollywood? I go, do you ever read the credits after a sitcom? It's like Schindler's List. Guy today, I'm in front of the hotel, comes up, hey, can you help me out? I'm hungry, man. I'm looking hungry. I'm like, you see a chef stand on my head, fuckface? I'm supposed to whip you up a fucking Cobb salad on the sidewalk, you fuck? There's a pigeon over there with a loaf of bread. Go bust his balls. He's doing better than you are, jerk off.
Nice attitude. That's what got me to the top. So that was Skankfest, and had a great time there, and thanks to all whoever. Now, while I was out there, the guy that just shot that material was none other than our boy Dallas over here, because he was in Nevada in the desert shooting. What were you shooting, Dallas? Tell us the
show is called Surviving Man, and it's about this guy, SEAL Don Mann, who takes contestants through the paces of special operations and SEAL training, both physical and mental. And every season he changes things up. There's an additional all-star season that takes the best.
Where does it air? Where's it air? Do you know?
Pursuit TV.
Pursuit TV. And so these are contestants, right? It's sort of like a competition?
Correct.
Yep.
And then what they'll do is they'll gear the training and the operations very specifically to what the theme of the season is, which this all-star season was focused on. Based on the Secret Service stuff, they wanted to focus on personal protection and EP, executive protection. And as a result, they go through a lot of those specific training apparatuses, including getting bagged and tagged. They get actually abducted and they have no idea.
Hold on a sec. Before we go any further, let me just say, for those of you guys on Mug Club, stick around. Can you see more? We got some good footage of that. Dallas was doing the camera work and directing and all the other shit. We're going to show you that in a second. The rest of you that aren't on Mug Club, you got to go to nickdip.com and sign up for Mug Club. And if you do, you'll get this entire show, Steven Crowder's entire show, and a whole lot more. And while you're at nickdip.com, click on the tour button at the top of my website. You'll see that I'll be November 9th. I'll be in Ottumwa, Iowa at the Bridgeview Center Theater. That's on November 9th. Can't wait, actually. I don't get excited about much, but that's going to be fun. Also, later in the show, I'll be telling you about the damning findings of a DHS report as far as the terror threat and how high it is, thanks to letting all these assholes into the country. We'll be talking about that.
Hi, good night, everybody.